The Israel-Iran conflict have way past the boiling point, and buried deep beneath the Iranian desert lies a ticking time bomb, the Fordo nuclear facility. This isn't just another military target, it's a literal mountain fortress designed to survive apocalypse-level strikes. For Israel, destroying Fordo isn't just strategic, it's existential. But how do you bomb a bunker built to withstand nuclear attacks? And what happens if the United States refuse to hand over the only weapon that can crack it? Let's dive deep into the high-stakes game of cats and mouses unfolding 90 meters below the ground. First, let's set the scene. The Fordo nuclear site is located near the city of Qom, about 160 kilometers south of Tehran. But what makes the Fordo unique isn't just its location, but it's the way it's built. Fordo is literally dug into the heart of a mountain, with its main operational halls buried estimately around 80 to 90 meters underground. That's around a whopping 262 to 290 feet. To put that in perspective, that's deeper than almost 25 floors below ground or any known military bunker in the region, and far beyond the reach of conventional airstrikes. In fact, the satellite images reveal multiple tunnels leading into the mountain, a sprawling support complex, and a broader security perimeter. The only visible parts of Fordo are its entrance and surface support buildings. Everything else is shielded by hundreds of feet of rocks. This design was not so ancient. Iranian planners, learning from the fate of Iraq's other reactors and Syria's Al-Kibr facility, both destroyed by Israeli airstrikes, set out to create a nuclear site that couldn't be taken out from the air. Fordo was originally an IRGC missile base before being converted into a uranium enrichment plant. Its existence was kept secret until 2009, when Western intelligence forced Iran to admit to the site's construction. Since then, Fordo has been at the center of international nuclear diplomacy and espionage. So why Fordo is so difficult for the IDF to destroy or anyone other than the United States? Don't worry, we'll come to the US part later, but here let's understand the technicalities of why Fordo is so tough to crack. The main enrichment halls are buried 80 to 90 meters underground, protected by layers of reinforced concrete and hundreds of feet of solid rock. No bomb in Israel's current arsenal can penetrate that deep. Even the US-made GBU-28 bunker blaster, which Israel reportedly possesses, can only reach about 6 meters of reinforced concrete or 30 meters of earth, nowhere near enough to reach Fordo's core. Also, the facility has only a handful of tunnel entrances, each heavily fortified and defended by anti-aircraft batteries and security forces. Closing these entrances with airstrikes might slow down operations but won't destroy the facility or its centrifuges. And most importantly, Fordo was designed to continue functioning if some sections of it damaged. Its most sensitive equipment is placed in the deepest, most protected area. The site is also protected by advanced air defense systems, including Russia-supplied S-300 batteries, making an aerial assault risky and unlikely to succeed without heavy losses. In short, Fordo is not just a bunker. It's a fortress, purpose-built to withstand precisely the kind of strikes Israel has used to neutralize other nuclear threats in the region. So why does Fordo matter so much right now? In the current war, Fordo is more than just a nuclear facility. It's a symbol of Iran's defiance and a potential game changer in the regional balance of power. It is also the base which concerns the world the most. In 2023, International Atomic Energy Agency inspectors found uranium enrichment at a level of 83.7%, just a hair's beneath from the 90% needed for a nuclear weapon. Experts warn that Iran could produce enough material for multiple bombs in just weeks if it chooses to weaponize its stockpile. Fordo is seen as Iran's nuclear insurance policy. Even if some sites are destroyed, Fordo's hardened nature means Iran retains a breakout capability, the ability to dash for a bomb if it feels threatened. Also for Iran, Fordo is a proof that it can outwit and outlast Western and Israeli pressure. For Israel, allowing Fordo to operate unchanged is seen as an existential risk. For Israeli strategists and political leaders, Fordo represents the final red line. As long as Fordo is operational, Iran retains the ability to enrich uranium to weapons-grade levels, potentially producing several nuclear bombs in matters of weeks. Destroying or disabling Fordo is seen as the only way to ensure Iran cannot rapidly weaponize its nuclear program. Taking out Fordo would deal a devastating psychological blow to the Iranian regime, undermining Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei's narrative of invulnerability and technological prowess. It would also send a message to other regional actors about the limits of military fortification. With Fordo gone, Iran would lose its most secure enrichment site, making any future nuclear breakout much riskier and easier to detect and disrupt. In fact, some Israeli strategists believe that a successful strike on Fordo could trigger internal unrest, weakening the regime's hold on power and possibility of leading to a political change. As former Israeli ambassador puts it, after the latest round of strikes, the entire operation really must conclude with neutralizing the Fordo. Well, here's the million-dollar question. What happens if Israel's most powerful ally, the United States under Donald Trump, refuses to provide the 15-ton GBU-57 massive ordnance Predator, the only bomb believed capable of reaching Fordo's buried core? Well, let's break down Israel's option. Well, Israel could attempt to seal the tunnel entrances with the repeated precision strikes, using its most advanced munition. While this might temporarily halt operations, it would not destroy the centrifuges or eliminate Iran's stockpile. Not to forget, Israel has a long history of using cyber warfare and sabotage. Think Stuxnet or mysterious explosion at Iranian facilities. While this could slow enrichment, but it's unlikely to permanently disable Fordo. A daring assault by the elite units of the IDF in theory could breach the facility. However, the risks are enormous. Deep penetration into hostile territory, heavy fortification with the possibility of a protracted firefight, or even capture of Israeli soldiers. Covert operations remains a major option. Israel's intelligence services could try to recruit insiders to sabotage the facility from within, planting explosives or disrupting operations. This approach is slow, uncertain, and depends on deep penetration of Iranian security. Israel could work to tighten international sanctions and diplomatic isolation, making it harder for Iran to operate Fordo or require spare parts for its centrifuges. But again, this is a long-term strategy with no guarantee of success. Meanwhile, Israel could also accelerate its own development of heavier bunker-busting munitions or seek alternative delivery methods such as drone swarms or hypersonic weapons. But this would take time, possibly years, and may not be feasible in the current crisis. If all else fail, Israel may be forced to hope that its own nuclear arsenal continues to be a deterrent, making it clear that any move by Iran to actually build a bomb would trigger overwhelming retaliation. This is a risky strategy, as it leaves Israel vulnerable to a sudden Iranian breakout. Well, the world is watching Fordo because it represents a point of no return. As Wali Nazar, an Iranian expert at Johns Hopkins, put it, the Iranian fully understood what the Israeli would try to get inside their programs, and they built Fordo inside a mountain a long time ago to take care of post-Iran problems. For Iran, Fordo is a shield and a bargaining chip. For Israel, it's an unacceptable risk. For the United States and the broader international community, it's a test of resolve and alliances. As the Israel-Iran war escalates, Fordo stands at the ultimate challenge. Its geography makes it nearly invulnerable to conventional attacks. Its role in Iran's nuclear program makes it a top target of Israel. And its destruction or survival could determine the fate of Khamenei regime and the future of the Middle East. If the United States refuses to provide the tools Israel needs, the IDF faces a stark choice: accept a nuclear-capable Iran or risk everything on a high-stakes, high-casualty operation with no guarantee of success. The world has entered a new era of nuclear blasters, and at its center, a mountain near Qom where the fate of nations may be decided.